Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel today. As you can tell, if you pay attention to the channel, I'm up here in Montreal for my annual pilgrimage with Louis Desjardins from Kronos Audio. Welcome, welcome Louis.
Hi Bill, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's very nice to see everybody that's, to say hi to everybody that might be watching the channel at the beginning of this year, 2023, and we have a beautiful snow day today.
It's been snowing up here for 48 hours straight. Down in the States, we would definitely call this a snowstorm. You guys don't miss a beat. Everyone's out there, snow on the road. It doesn't stop anyone. In New Jersey, it would be a state of emergency. It's quite incredible. It's incredible to see, you know, how life goes on up here.
Well, there's something we have, and that's snow tires. So
yes, exactly. Well, Louis, as you know, I personally awarded you in the Kronos RS Discovery RS your tone arms, RS Resonance Suppression Series tone arms, product of the year last year, and you know, it was amazing. We shot several videos on that, and not to rehash all of them, but you guys just hit the ball out of the park. Your innovation was incredible, and thank you, because you've anyone that has a Kronos that took advantage of the upgrade program, those that got new Kronoses, that got the RS arm, they have better music.
well, it's been a very successful product. It's also been a very successful upgrade program.
Sure.
Now, believe it or not, we started shipping these tone arms, I think a little bit after the Munich show, which would be beginning of June.
Yeah, in May, yeah.
And in the second part of 2022, we actually now have shipped or upgraded 100, a little more than 100 tone arms. So that is just unbelievable. And we still have ways to go, because we have like several hundred more customer owners all over the world.
Yeah, well, we have more than a third of those in the U.S. right now, and you know, and so that's, you know, about 40 clients in the U.S. are extremely happy.
Well, the good news is that, first of all, it's been successful. Our customers are absolutely happy and thrilled that they could take whatever they have and bring it up to a higher level. And the good news here is that we're extending this upgrade program.
Yeah, we thought you were going to close that down like in at the end of the year, but I got up here and you said that it's going to continue for a while.
Well, yeah, it's making our customers so happy and that they could get more out of their equipment, and so we're gonna stretch it out. I don't know exactly how long. So the message kind of here is that it's a great deal, and if somebody wants to take advantage of this and they're thinking about an upgrade on their Kronos turntable, this would be a good time to go and get that in motion.
Well, you know, one thing I hear a lot on the front line is, you know, the point of diminishing returns and do you get what you pay for? And I think with what we're offering and with the trade-in program, I mean, Kronos is delivering a lot more than what people are paying for, and it's well, it's almost a gift to existing clients.
Well, we're very grateful for the trust that we've gotten over the years, and the loyalty. You know, 95% of our customers, I used to say 97, but every year people get a little older.
Yeah.
But 95% of our customers in the 12 years we've been, 13 years we've been selling Kronos, still own their turntables. Still own a Kronos product. So this is something I don't take for granted. I'm very, very grateful for, and I wanna, you know, if we can send a thank you for our customers and guys of allowing them to keep on getting more value out of their Kronos equipment, then I'm very, very happy about that.
Well, we've seen it in the U.S. We've always said that Kronos is a destination product, and yeah, it's in the system. Systems change. The Kronos table is sort of the staple that everyone builds around. It's the source that they don't get rid of.
Yeah. So yeah. So if you're thinking about doing this, it's a good time, and take it from me. I mean, it is the biggest upgrade I think that a person could do to their system for a very reasonable amount of money.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've had the reviewers on. They've talked. I know we have a couple more reviews coming, and everyone is just bowled over. You know, Dick Diamond joined GTT and was in last week, and it was really, outside of the Munich show, the very first time he heard the Discovery table, and then the new arms as well, which he heard the Discovery RS on the Discovery table. He heard the Discovery RS on the Kronos Pro, and he had the Chronoscope RS on the Sparta. And Dick knows my rooms. No, you know, we've been doing business together since 2009. He's been to GTT several times, and he just could not believe the differences that he heard.
Yeah.
So
well,
yeah, you've taken a product that has upped our game.
Well, and let me take the occasion to congratulate you on having Dick with you. He's a great guy. He's been a friend of mine in the industry from the beginning, from the first time I met him, maybe 11 years ago. And we've shown with YG often a time.
Yep.
And I've met Dick on the road when I was in Asia, but for him to be with GTT now, I think it's gonna usher a new era.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a better individual to join GTT and bring him in as part of it.
Great, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you. We're going to have a lot of fun together. We're going to sell a lot of Kronos together. So, you know, you were telling me that there was a lot of production issues that we saw throughout high-end audio. Since the beginning of the pandemic, it continued through 2022. In a lot of ways, things got worse in 2022 than it had been previously. Everybody in the world knows about inflation at this point. We had, been status quo for so long. A lot of prices everywhere have increased. You had to increase some products, but we thought that there was maybe going to be some big price increases for 2023 with Kronos, but you took some steps to take care of that. So why don't you say something?
Well, I think you've noticed when you came in here that we have a lot of inventory.
Ooh,
you can see the cases here. Those are empty cases, but for every case there's a turntable that's being tested right now that's going to go in this case.
Well, that's true.
So we launched a production of Discovery turntables 24 months ago.
Right.
And we're just starting to shipping now. So that you can see the production cycle being extremely long.
Not the initial, that you're starting to ship the second and the third runs. Yes.
Yeah, the second run, and it's if we were planning on having a 12-month production cycle, it got to be 24 months.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to order today, we have stock.
Yes.
And so we have about 23 discoveries that we can ship. And what's the great news about that part is not only that we have them, is that we did the production contracts before the price increases on materials got into effect and the price of labor. So I'm kind of like a little bit worried of what would happen if we need to do this production today. There would be a substantial price increase because our margins, as you know, are very low.
Right.
Some products have very high margins, but our margins are not very high. There's a lot of labor, there's a lot of materials, there's a lot of precision machining. So, but we have the same prices that we had when we launched Discovery.
Yes.
in 2023, which is really great news. We have some Spartas.
That's right. Yeah.
So we had some extra parts for Spartas, and we could just complete a production run, a smaller scale production run, but we have some Spartas at the regular price. We still have some Kronos Pros, but I know additionally you have Kronos Pros from trade-ins.
Right, we're selling some certified pre-owned ones.
Yeah, from trade-ins that went into Discovery, so it's a very good time to buy Kronos Pro as well. We have SCPSs, we have the new tone arms, the new RS tone arms. We have we produced, I mean, we shipped 100 of them, but we have about 50 that are in production right now.
You've got about 25 of each right over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these are also ready to ship, and the prices are stable on these. So our message here is that we have inventory, we can ship, there's no delays on most of the stuff, and the prices are stable based on what they were like 2 years ago. So hopefully prices of productions are going to go down and things will be realistic again, but I don't have an answer to this. Everybody in the industry is having the same questions I'm having. Let's just take it one day at a time, but right now is a very good time to purchase.
Absolutely. Yeah, you were able to build enough to have some stabilization. And
we're in a very good position right now getting into 2023.
Awesome.
Let's just say that.
Is there anything else that you could add?
Well, every year Kronos tries to bring out some new products. So,
yes.
So relating to this, what we just talked about, increased production costs, is that we're not going to be as aggressive because right now the cost of producing a new model would be really high. But we do have our reference Phono that we're going to be upgrading to our Discovery level Phono stage.
Yeah, we talked about this. We touched on it briefly the last time I was here. I think we mentioned it on the channel, but I got to hear it at your place, and oh my. I mean, your system is always evolving, but there was 2 new things this year which we can pass on to customers, and one was this Discovery Phono, and you'll talk more about the upgrade of that. Anyone with the reference Phono will be able to upgrade into the Discovery Phono. And then your rack, that rack that you made, which originally started with the Kronos Pro and the full analog solution. You scaled it and made it better and improvements with the Discovery rack. And then I had some clients turn around and want that for their other components, and I'll pop a picture up here and see one of the installs. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, but what that did for the sound of the equipment was quite nice and quite an improvement. I mean, you are the master at resonance control and isolation and getting rid of noise and preventing noise from getting in. And so at your system, I mean, between the Discovery Phono stage, which I heard, and the implementation of your racks for that TLA equipment, which you turned me on to and I now distribute. Whew, I mean, you've got sound that I've been here dozens of times, and I've never heard your system sound like that.
Well, thank you very much. I kind of like supplied myself with this rack after everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, okay, just to clarify something, we're not stepping away from the turntable business, from the source business. The rack development was something that evolved from the Phono stage. I needed to have a better sort of like feed type of what the case is made with a case and some footers and whatever. And so I've developed for the Phono a way to lower the amount of transmission of vibrations that come from the speakers and the floor and the racks and everything. And that was so successful that it was implemented into the Discovery turntable. So
Right.
that's and it was also implemented into the rack, and we've supplied racks to very loyal customers that said, you know, would you build a rack for us? And I said, yes, we can do it, and we have the technology to do it. It's not a business that definitely I want to advertise so much, even though we are talking about it on the channel here. But for some of our local loyal customers, if they want to go up a notch in terms of their total installation, their total system performance, this is something that we're willing to look on a project to project basis.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting involved into the rack business as a core business.
Right.
It's basically a way to give a hand to our customers.
Sort of a product for clients that are Kronos.
Yeah.
Kronos clients, and
So we sold a few in Vietnam. We sold a few in the U.S.
Right.
At my house, I've installed it, and again, I was kind of struck by how much it helped me out. So it's a system that really works. But again, it's a quite a complex rack. It's not so
Sure.
difficult to install, but it's got a lot of parts in it, and it's exciting, but to all the rack manufacturers out there, we're not there to take your business away from you.
Right.
We just have a different take on the solution.
Exactly.
That we might think is the ideal solution to a problem, everything being specific to the project and the case. But anyways, if there's a need for somebody, we're willing to look it up. So this would be sort of a new product this year, in the sense that we did have this product, but nobody really knows that much about it.
Right. Well, it improves whatever sits on it.
Well, thank you. Thank you about that.
And then, if you can just say a couple things about your Discovery Phono stage. I know you're using monoblock power supplies.
So the Discovery Phono stage, what Bill has heard at our house is, first of all, he's heard the prototype of a new dual chassis power supply. So on the original Phono stage, we had a complete dual mono, where even the on-off switch and the AC cords in were completely separate, the right channel from the left channel.
Right.
And this has got a lot of advantages. But the big change, so it was basically a two chassis within one, but we're using a new rectifier tube and new transformers, additional transformers that made it impossible to put this in one case. So it's going to be two cases. These cases, these new power supplies with this new circuitry would be adaptable to the signal stage if somebody had bought our reference phone in the past. So we sold about 75 of these phonos. That's quite a bit considering the budget, the cost of them, and the fact that they primarily go to our customers. So we've had a really great success with this. But anyway, the upgrade of the power supply could be applied to the existing phono stage. There's going to be also in the signal stage an improvement. So if somebody wants to improve the entire phono, they could switch or buy into it if they didn't have it before.
Right.
But anyways,
Right.
so there's the complete, let's say, discovery phono stage, but there's also an upgrade path for people that would have the existing phono that would want to improve it to a higher level. So and the difference in performance is not marginal.
No,
it's
I heard it.
Substantial difference. So I think it really. I don't need to tell people that the reference phono stage was my favorite phono stage, because I wouldn't have built it otherwise.
Right.
But this is really a worthwhile upgrade. The cases are designed. We're going in production with it. I can't talk about prices right now because we still a few things to hammer out, but this is something that's coming in 2020.
Well, what we do know is, you know, for those thinking, watching this and thinking, oh great, where do I put another chassis, is both of them will sit side by side on one shelf on the Kronos rack.
On the Discovery rack.
Yeah, on the
You're
Discovery
right.
rack.
On
yes.
on the Kronos Pro rack,
They probably need another shelf.
they'd need another shelf. Then it might get a little bit tall. But anyways, then there's always a place where you can find that you can find to put an extra case somewhere. Yeah. But the idea was that I didn't want to make a power supply that was so wide. So instead, what we did is that within the Discovery rack space, Discovery is 28-inch wide, so within the feet it's maybe something like 22, 23 inches. So we've used all that space so that we could put two chassis, one next to another, and so anyways, it's very exciting. I've had this prototype running at my house for now 8 months. And it's really great, and we'll have a few tweaks also in the signal part of it, but in the first thing that we're completing now is the power supply part.
Well, you're always pushing the envelope and innovating, and thank you for that. And yeah, it's just awesome. It's awesome being up here and hearing what you're working on.
Great. So on these words,
yeah, on these words, I think we'll part, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks.
And thank you very much for tuning in. And I want to wish you all the best, and still these uncertain times. But let's keep a smile on our faces and push forward. I think we got great things ahead of us.
Awesome. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you.
Take care.